Hello, everyone, and thank you for tuning in on another episode of Mining Now. Really excited to be here and presenting you some more content and more information from some key players that are here at Mine Expo 2024 in Las Vegas. You can feel the energy around here. It's awesome, and there's a ton of great solutions, great products, and this is exactly what we're going to dive into today with DAVCO Technology. We're joined here today with Andy Hendriks and Sean Kilfin, and we're going to dive into the world of filters and everything else that comes with all the solutions that are in place with DAVCO. Welcome to the episode, gentlemen. Look forward to diving in and learning more about what you guys are up to.
Glad to be here.
Yes, sir.
So maybe we can start off a little bit. Andy, you're the off-highway business development manager.
Yes, Gus.
What does that mean?
Well, that is business development manager. I handle new business development in the off-highway channels for DAVCO. My territory is the upper Midwest. I handle the western United States and Canada. So been with DAVCO for about 10 years now. Previous history, I've been involved in a Navistar dealership, Freightliner dealership for about 20 years. Various roles, mainly service manager, and then previous to that, I was a technician for some various automotive dealerships. So,
very good. So you know a little bit about what you're doing here.
Just a little bit.
That's very good. And Sean, as the manager of off-highway sales and services, what does that world look like for you, and then how do you work with Andy to keep things moving forward?
Sure. So I got a great team of folks that I support here in the off-highway channel. Andy's one of them, and we've been doing this for about 11 years now. And,
been a while.
In the industry for about 17, but just very, very lucky to have a group of guys that's very forward-leaning. So we got a great team of guys here that I work to support and growing the business, not just for the mining segment, but across all the off-highway segments. So.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Very cool. And I kind of deep dove into DAVCO quite a bit to find out, all the different things, and maybe I'm throwing an unofficial slogan out there, but how you keep everybody trucking, right? How do you keep everything?
That's good. That's good.
That's good stuff.
Yeah. So having said that, maybe between the two of you, you got a ton of experience with the company, and for people that are familiar with you, I'm sure they're really going to enjoy a lot more of what we're going to unpack today. But for people that have never heard of you or they're curious about what you bring to the table, maybe tell us a little bit more about DAVCO Technology and what your mission is and what you're up to.
Sure, Gus, that's great. Yeah, so we're a industry-leading manufacturer of fuel water separator technology. We've been doing this for over 50 years, over 3.5 million units sold. So this is all we do. This is our focus. And we're home office or headquartered out of Saline, Michigan, and we've been serving the on-highway and off-highway markets for many, many years. So we are the subject matter experts in fuel cleanliness and water separation and heating technologies for fuel quality. DAVCO has been a part of the Clarence team of companies since 2020. Clarence Technologies is a transportation leader protecting lives and livelihoods with visibility and safety technologies for transportation. There are 10 premium companies serving telematics, lighting, and safety solutions. Notably for mining, Safe Fleet's Elkhart Brass manufactures washdown equipment. Echo Safety Group provides mine bar lights. Rigid Industries manufactures durable night output mining lights. And Pressure Systems International manufactures onboard tire management systems. Together, Clarence Technology leads transportation into the future with a vision for a safer tomorrow.
Well, that's awesome. And in a climate like we are today, with all the changes and all the bad press around, fuel in general, I've been a strong advocate about, efficiencies. Driving to efficiency, to cleanliness, that's where we need to focus, in my opinion. There's a lot of benefits from the different products that are out there. But have you, how you've been tackling that conversation, and how do you address it with your clients as well, as far as driving that overall environmental impact from having just clean fuel?
Well, it really is imperative, becoming more so as engine technologies have changed over the years. EPA's mandated requirements or technology that requires a higher pressure fuel injection, smaller tolerances on the fuel injectors, high pressure pumps. So the need for clean fuel has never been greater, and that continues to evolve as we move along. So DAVCO is positioned with a full portfolio of solutions that span across the market segments, both on and off highway. And we've got a product for virtually every segment that's out there in the diesel market industry. So that's what we bring.
Let's talk about our Heavy Industry World Tour brought to you by Savona Equipment. Find, market, and sell surplus and used equipment. And FogMaker. Protect lives and vehicles with FogMaker fire suppression systems, because safety can never be a compromise. We are heading to events across North America and Australia and filming episodes on location. Email us at info@crownsmen.com to be part of Crownsmen's Heavy Industry World Tour. For almost 30 years, SureStrike International has been delivering high-quality hydraulic impact hammers. Whether you are in aggregate, mining, or industrial applications, they help provide superior output, process flexibility, and remarkable economics in your front-end processing. With hammers ranging from 25,000 to a staggering 150,000 foot-pound of striking force, SureStrike has the perfect solution for any application. It's time to optimize your front-end processing with SureStrike International. To learn more, visit them at SureStrikeInternational.com. Austin Powder uses Paradigm to meet customer requirements and enhance blast efficiency and production. Paradigm offers several advanced features, including fragmentation modeling, PPV and PVS reduction, charging and timing analysis, fly rock prediction, energy distribution, 3D blast modeling, muck pile footprint prediction, and overpressure prediction. With these innovative tools and state-of-the-art software, Austin Powder provides comprehensive blast analysis and optimization. Explore more about Austin Powder and cutting-edge products at austinpowder.com. Nordlock Group, a global expert in bolting and engineering solutions, offers technologies for the challenging environments of the mining industry. Their products help to increase safety and lower costly downtime for machinery such as rope shovels, haul trucks, and drills. Discover their comprehensive portfolio, including Nordlock wedge locking washers for superior vibration resistance, the expander system for pivot pins with robust durability, Superbolt strut kits for precise alignment and maintenance ease, and bolt-tight hydraulic tensioners for reliable bolt tightening in confined radial spaces. Visit nord-lock.com to learn more.
Right, and I guess beyond, people think diesel, big trucks, things like that, but I don't think everybody understands how wide of an application is required to support all the different things that are leveraging diesel, right? So maybe you can unpack that a little bit about, people might not understand that some filters exist in places that they never even heard of, right? Like to make sure that we've got clean burn, right?
Absolutely. Well, DAVCO, we offer three main lines of products. We've got our smallest Diesel Pro line. We've got a medium range line, which is our Fuel Pro line, and then we've got our heavy duty line, which is our Industrial Pro line.
Okay.
Diesel Pro line is basically, we do everything by fuel flow. So max fuel flow for our Diesel Pros is 90 gallons per hour. So in the mining segment, that's going to be application-wise your light towers, your irrigation dewatering pumps, smaller genset units. Fuel Pro units, the mid-range, that's 180 gallons max fuel flow rating. So application-wise there, it's all your supporting equipment on the mines. It's your road building equipment, your dozers, your graders, smaller excavators, front-end loaders, and then it's the on-highway trucks that bring the equipment back and forth.
Right.
So, and then, of course, Industrial Pro line is our largest line of product. We've got our on our smaller product is our Industrial Pro Short. That's got a 300 gallon per hour fuel flow rating. And then we've got our tall units, which is our single, our dual, and our triple. That's a 600 gallon per hour fuel flow rating, a 12, and then an 18. So, and those are designed for your big guys, right? Your haul trucks, your shovels, your big drill sets.
Right.
So, and then we also offer a variety of heating options for cold weather climate conditions.
Right.
So,
quite the range of products.
Yeah, absolutely.
And that's why I wanted to unpack that a little bit, because it certainly opened my eyes when I started diving in. I said, I never realized there was a filter on that thing. Right? But I guess if it's got fuel in it and you got to fire it up, it's got to be clean, right? So maybe we can talk a little bit more about that as well, as far as what people need to know or what they may not know when it comes to fuel filtering. Some might think, hey, why don't I just put 3 or 4 coffee filters together to do the job, right?
Screen door.
There's got to be a DAVCO difference here,
yes,
right?
Yes, there is.
So what is that difference in what you bring to the table?
Well, we've got a few different a few different features we could talk about that really does call them distinguishing features that I feel puts us a cut above the other suppliers, manufacturers there in the industry. One is seeing is believing technology, which is incumbent or incorporated into most of our field processor technology is the ability to see when to change the filter. So what you have
Okay.
in our fuel water separators is a clear window into the fuel system. So the way that technology works is as the unit's running, the fuel's flowing through our processor, is being filtered, water's being separated out, contaminants being removed from the fuel so as not to be passed further downstream to the injectors and the pumps. As that filter begins to plug, the level of fuel inside the clear cover rises up. So you're actually getting a real-time snapshot of the filter life on the unit. Now, why does that matter, right? And what's the difference? That is a patented technology, and the reason why that matters for the end user, for the operators, is boy, if you got a bad dose of fuel, or if you just in general overall, if you for some reason you're running a unit is going and you're not sure, hey, is this gonna make the next interval, or if it's out there
Right.
running and you did get a dose of contaminated fuel or heavier contaminated fuel, you're going to see that, hey, this is starting to plug up. We need to make a change. Unscheduled downtime is a killer. That's a dollar and cents killer for a lot of customers, particularly in the mining segment.
Yeah.
So being able to see what's going on if we do have an issue, in addition to the filter life with that clear window into the fuel system, you could see contaminants too. So items like algae, asphaltene, some of the fuel system killers, we'll call them. They're very visible. So if you do have an issue, you're going to see it, and oftentimes you can take action, right? If you got heads up on what you're working against. So again, impacting the bottom line. What we're doing is we're maximizing uptime, we're eliminating downtime, and we're making or helping to support a more efficient operation as a result. So
Yeah.
that's a part of it. The other part that I'd be remiss not talking about is our ability to extend filter service intervals up to 1,000 hours and beyond. So
Wow.
yeah, that's really a industry leading in the sense that a lot of manufacturers on a 250, 500, or operators too, 250, 500 hour service interval. Do you have to push it further? No, you don't, right? But you have the option. So if
Yeah.
you do, if you're running, and again, let's use that scenario where let's just say, supply fuel is not, is questionable. Hey, it may be a struggle if you're used to getting 250 or 500 hours. Now your Achilles heel is going to be that fuel filter is going to be plugging
Right.
up and possibly, costing you that interval. So, if you can get to the 1,000 hours, what you got, is a pretty cheap insurance policy, if that makes sense, in the sense that you've got that uptime, you've got that room to push if you need to. So yeah, and we get there. And I will mention that all of our filters, or excuse me, our fuel water separators first fit come with Atmos filters, and Atmos is our first fit partner. So all of our units that are manufactured from DAVCO will come with Atmos filter technology included. And they offer a few different approaches to filter technologies, and one that's most common in our fuel water separators, particularly in the Industrial Pro product line, is a fully synthetic media, which does a fantastic job of separating water out of the fuel, contaminants again, removal, and then that in conjunction with our high water holding capacity, incorporated in the Industrial Pro units, that also affords a long longevity in servicing or touching the unit, because you've got the capacity to hold the water once it drops out.
Right.
You're not having to go back and pull water off the unit frequently. You can allow it to collect for longer intervals. So.
In mining, reliable connectivity is essential for both efficiency and safety. Communication engineers often struggle to maintain network coverage in tough environments. For over 20 years, Pointing has been at the forefront of solving these challenges with a range of circular polarized helical antennas. Their antennas support cellular and Wi-Fi networks and are tailored for both open pit and underground operations. Ensure reliable mining communication. Get in touch with Pointing now. Visit pointing.tech. CIM is Canada's leading technical institute dedicated to the sustainability of our industry. Members enjoy professional growth opportunities through CIM libraries, publications, webinars, societies, and the job board. Experience the CIM community firsthand at the Conference of Metallurgists, August 19th to 22nd, ICARD, September 16th to 20th, and the CIM Health and Safety Conference, October 6th to 8th. Visit CIM.org for more information and join CIM today. Is your screen struggling to keep up with your throughput goals? General Kinematics STM Screen is changing the way minds think about their screening process. The lowest cost of ownership in a vibrating screen package comes from General Kinematics. G-Case technology is proven to last longer than standard mining screens. They match longevity with increased screening efficiency to create the reliable performance mine sites demand. To explore all of what General Kinematics has to offer, visit gkmining.com.
Right, and you know what? Like through everything you just explained there, there's things like first of all, that tagline, "We keep your truck," and it really comes in handy on this.
I'm really liking that.
But as an operator, I spent many years operating underground mines and so on, and I hear safety factor, right? So one is safety factor on productivity,
Okay.
right? Because you get that extra distance, but people tend to underestimate their level of frustration that could happen in the field, which would have a significant impact on personal safety as well, right? So if I'm miffed off because my everything's plugged up and I can't get going and I can't get my round or I can't get to where I need to be and then actually get my targets for the day, I'm not in the right frame of thought. And then the equipment's getting kicked, or the filter's getting smacked, or worse, you're getting a personal injury. So that kind of all resonated with me when you were explaining that around the visibility factor. Before you take off, do that check. Understand what you're about to operate, so you don't have that frustration. But again, like that little extra safety factor of doubling down on the length of use. I see that as a critical factor. Like your clients must be acknowledging that quite a bit.
Oh,
as far as
absolutely.
like getting that little buffer to get it to service, right?
Absolutely. Yeah, that in conjunction with the we call it a 5-minute no hassle filter change event. There's environmental impacts there too, safety, environmental. So we're able to drain the unit down, drain the water off. When you take the clear cover off, the fuel level's below the collar on the fuel processor, so you're not spilling fuel out. It's again, more issues with potentially there's on the safety side, the environmental consideration side. So that's another feature that is offered with the DAVCO assemblies across each one of our products.
Right on. So based on all that, maybe you can expand a little bit as well as to when people make the switch, right? They've now made the DAVCO switch.
Yep.
What are the things that they're realizing in that process that maybe it's been talked about during the sales process, but now they're seeing it and
Sure.
they're actually feeling the difference? What's been the feedback like with your clients?
Well, we've had a really, really nice success story up in the oil sands area in Canada, Fort Mac.
Okay.
All of us that have been up there know it's a different world.
It is.
But we had a very large mine site that had a really good success story. How you unpack that story, basically, excuse me, is the mine site was experiencing poor fuel quality. They were having premature fuel plugging issues. They weren't making their service intervals. They're having to come in, just like you said, and send the guys out on service calls, what forth and whatnot. They were having injector failures, fuel pump failures, high maintenance. So they called the team of us in. We came up to Canada, provided them with a solution. We offered them our Industrial Pro Tall single unit. The goal there was to get them back to they had a 500-hour service interval that they weren't making. So the goal was to get them to that. So put our heads together, grabbed a batch of trucks, did testing on those trucks for approximately a 6 to 8 month period. Had real good success. Not only did we get them to the 500-hour service interval, we exceeded it and brought them out to a 750-hour service interval.
Oh, very good.
So then guys a lot smarter than I sharpened their pencils, did the calculation, said not only are we saving on fuel filter costs here, we're saving on uptime. So, wow, this is really looking really good. So they brought us back for a second time. And they said, we understand that you guys have a dual Industrial Pro.
Yeah.
Let's test that.
Right.
Take it in a second gear.
Let's keep going.
Right. Yeah.
This is great, guys. I mean, they
Yeah.
were just baffled. So,
Yeah.
again, we a team of us went back up, grabbed a batch of trucks. Another 6 to 8 month period, we tested our dual Industrial Pros.
Right.
And, again, we were very successful. Not only did we get them to the goal of a 1,000-hour service interval, we saw in some of the units we got out past the 1,500.
Wow.
So blew everybody's minds. Is great feel-good story. Not only did we improve their uptime, we increased their service intervals, but it ended up retrofitting their entire fleet of haul trucks, which was amazing. It was a really, really nice sale for us at DAVCO, and for the mine site, the benefits there, lower costs, lower filter changes, better uptime, but then the injectors and the fuel pumps that we all know is extremely cheap in the mining world, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
It virtually disappeared.
Yeah.
So it was a great feel-good story.
That's an amazing one because, and that's the thing is that a lot of people may not understand the downstream effect of certain controls, because at the end of the day, this is a control, right?
Absolutely.
It is a control to the risk that you have to your piece of equipment. And when you have those unexpected service of injectors, the motor as a whole, right? The motor as a whole. So it's like, maybe I would have spent 30 or 40% extra on our filter and saved ourselves a $50,000 or $150,000.
It's a great insurance policy.
So that's an amazing success story there. And again, like, it just resonates so much because I was in that seat, right? Driving, trucking along and trying to do my job as an operator, right? But at the same time, when you're defeated in a certain degree because of factors that are out of your control, like other than inspecting it and replacing it, if it's still not doing its job the way it's supposed to, and then we got premature failure, it's a loss for everyone. Right?
It really is.
It really impacts everybody. So that's an amazing story. I really enjoyed hearing about that, and I'm sure it's now made a lot of people listen about, you know what, our $150, $200 intervals are
sure. Yeah.
We got something to do here.
Absolutely.
That's it. Yep,
absolutely.
Yep. When you think of DAVCO, think of uptime.
Buy DAVCOs, buy injectors. Go ahead, choose.
It's substantial, right? Yeah. And so when you think about it, in the overall lifespan of the piece of equipment, you must see significant length of lifetime of equipment, right? So people are used to changing their equipment in certain intervals, most of the time much past where they should be. But then if you can operate cleanly and have those controls in place and then get that assurance that you're only passing through quality product through the whole process line of the piece of equipment from a fuel line perspective, guaranteed you're seeing clients getting 2, 5, 10 years extra on their hardware, or like on their equipment, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that's where we we feel like we come in and do some heavy lifting, specific, of course, with DAVCO on the fuel system. But absolutely, we've again with the products across the spectrum of industries. Certainly on highway where we got our start. Has been we've seen just a tremendous uptick in the value that we're able to bring to the table there for end users, operators, major fleets, and then of course, taking that same technology, it's diesel engines, or not to oversimplify, but diesel engines are diesel engines. We take that same core technology and skill set and value proposition, into the off-highway channels, and we're finding that it's been a great fit. So, extending intervals, maximizing uptime, reducing downtime, it's impacting the bottom line, increasing the safety and operability there at the operator level. As it's been a real successful formula for us. So we're excited. We're ready to get out, and we really want to push and grow this technology throughout the mining segment and beyond. So we're very interested in if there is a customers out there that are looking at again just to touch back on the intervals, extending intervals. If that's field cleanliness is a concern, if short filter life is a concern, we want to have a conversation with you. So
very good.
Yeah.
So that's both your mission and your challenge that you're throwing out there.
Yes, sir. Yep,
right? We will be there to solve problems with you and for you.
Yep.
And go ahead and give us a try.
Please.
We'll put you to the test, and then you can feel the DAVCO difference.
Absolutely. Put us to the test, right?
Put you to the test and see what's going on.
That's right.
Yeah, that's amazing. Yeah. So as a closing remark, what are the things that you want to leave other than this challenge that we just threw out to everyone now on this podcast? Yeah. What would be the what does DAVCO look like for the next 5 to 10, 7, 10 years? Like, I'm sure there's a ton of new technology coming out. Without throwing out any IP out there,
sure.
There might be some teasers that we can leave our audience with as to what's coming up.
Absolutely. So our filter technology, the filter element technologies that we're presenting to or bringing to market here through our strategic partnership with Atmos, that technology is evolving. Right, it's evolving to meet the requirements there that are being mandated in just in the EPA regulations for that's impacting engine technology. So we feel comfortable and confident that given our alliance with Atmos, that we're going to be in a very good position to bring the not just a solid product, but the industry-leading product to market, and be able to bring to bear the maximum return on investment and value proposition available for our customers and operators here in the field.
So maybe one thing that we can unpack a little bit as well is what does the future look like? We're always innovating. Everybody's thinking about the next thing. Everybody's thinking about the next steps to take, and then we're putting people at a challenge for the 1,000 and beyond. What does the future look like for DAVCO? And then maybe we can talk a little bit about what you're working on without giving away too many trade secrets. But what does the future look like, and what can clients expect from you, moving forward?
Sure, absolutely. Yeah, we're always looking at that, the evolving technologies and what we need to do to adjust to make sure that we're bringing solutions to market. That's really our driver, right? So, what is needed, and we've got it's exciting that we've got a leadership team that's very forward-leaning, very engaged, and very open to customer feedback and the way that impacts our drive for new products and new technology. So I would say that. Even if it isn't something necessary that we have at market today, and of course there's things in the works, like you mentioned there, and new technologies there through our strategic partner Atmos Filter Technologies. But we've got the in-house capability with R&D, very nimble, very knowledgeable engineering team, product development team, procurement team. So we are bringing to bear all the necessary assets here to really drive business growth here and deliver to our customers' bottom line.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, I'm sure the feedback is coming in plenty, right?
Yes, yeah,
absolutely.
Now that we can do this, how about this?
Right.
I always talked about, I've been in innovation for a long time, and I say every new feature or every new technology brings on 3 more features and 3 more technologies, right?
Yep.
So it's never ending.
Explodes, right?
That's right.
That's very exciting. Very good. Well, hey, I know I just learned a ton. About filters, and especially that it just connects to me, to my soul, being an operator. Hopefully our audience also got a lot out of it. I thank you both for spending some time with me, especially with all the excitement at the show here today, this week. It's been a great turnout. There's all kinds of stuff. And for people out there listening, we've got motors out there that are larger than this room can hold, it seems like.
Amazing.
So you think about the cost, about replacing one of those bad boys, it might be the difference of a filter.
Like I said before, it's a great insurance policy.
It's a great insurance policy. Well, thank you a lot, gentlemen.
Appreciate it, Gus. Thank you for the time.
Yeah.
Wish you all the best, and we'll remind everybody listening, we've got a challenge set for you. Come feel the DAVCO difference. So hopefully you got a lot of information out of that in this interview. I know I certainly learned a lot. Looking forward to your comments and your feedback below. All the information to get a hold of DAVCO and these 2 gentlemen will be posted below the video here. And let us know what you think. And most importantly, let's reach out to DAVCO and put them to the test to solve your interval problems and get that clean burning and that clean fuel that you all deserve in your workplace. See you next time.